So I'm sitting here in Sullivan's Islands. I just came from Mass at a beautiful old church here on Sullivan's Island, which is quite close to where Phil lived. And this morning is, today is October 18th, 2016, and it's a little bit before 9 o'clock in the morning. Today, at 9:30 this morning, Philip's physical remains will be cremated. Yesterday, went to the funeral home with Naomi and her son Brian, and we left some mementos at the funeral home to be cremated with Philip. I put in a little wooden crucifix. Can't have any metal to be cremated, so it was a wooden crucifix, which thankfully I've had for many years and was blessed, so I'm grateful for that. And I also put in a little photograph, very old photograph. It was taken when we were all quite young, the five of us: Mum, Phil, Paul, David, me, and our dog in the old car. And David and Paul are dressed in their uniforms for Ashfold. And I remember that when that photograph was taken, that we were dropping them off at boarding school. And oh dear, the water's coming up. It was low tide when I got to this beach, but the water was coming up to my ankles, which is fine, but it just startled me. I wanted to, this is a little picture of the church that I just went into, and said my prayers. I lit a candle for Phil, and there goes the back of the clouds. I hope the church doesn't mind, but I have to say a little prayer to God for stealing this little memento. But after Mass, I went to Father, and a couple of nights ago when I was over at Naomi's, she was very sweet, very loving, and she allowed me to share in a meal that it was actually the last food that Philip cooked on the Wednesday, and it was the last dinner that they had together the Wednesday night before he died last Thursday morning, October 13th at 5:13 in the morning, 2016. Anyway, so I ate this meal. It was basmati rice. It was so delicious, oh my god. And curry. It was like a vegetable curry. It had spinach in it and potatoes and cauliflower, and oh, it was so good. And there was some naan bread that he had also baked that day. And the thing is about breads, aside from the symbolism of bread, manna from heaven, bread is, for a cook, it's an intensely personal thing to bake bread, because you use your hands and you knead it, and it takes time. Bread takes time to prepare. And apparently Phil had this